And finally, the baseball assistance team came to the aid of a former player in need.
The baseball assistance team was formed in 1986, in essence, to help out members of the baseball family who had nowhere else to turn.
That was the predicament former big league catcher Barry Lyons found himself in 2 years ago. Hurricane Katrina had ravaged the Gulf Coast, and Barry lost everything.
The day of the storm, my mother has been bedridden and handicapped for quite some time now, and fortunately we were able to get her checked into the hospital. I had my dad here, of course my wife and my daughter, and a little baby puppy that my daughter had gotten for Christmas. Of course the wind's howling and it's blowing like crazy, and my wife and daughter, I could see their eyes just, bug out. And I didn't hear it, didn't feel it, but this whole big double tree, bigger than that one, just went completely over and crashed. It missed me by about 10 feet. The water began to rise, kept rising, and we made it over to my neighbor's home, and we weren't there probably 15, 20 minutes, and the big plate glass windows on the back side of the house blew in.
Barry and his family were running out of places to hide, and finally took refuge in this tiny boat in the carport of their neighbor's home.
We had the front half of the boat basically out in the storm, out in the weather, and my wife and I held on to a tarpaulin over my dad and my daughter and her puppy for what must have been 2 or 3 hours at least.
Katrina took Barry's house, his business, and in time, it also took away a cherished member of the family.
Prior to the storm, my brother, that's just older than me, suffering from severe depression, and when Katrina hit, it certainly didn't help his situation. And in January of '06, he committed suicide.
His world crumbling around him, Barry was steered toward help by a former Mets teammate and his agent.
Dave Cohn and Andrew Levy were the first to get in touch with me and told them the story, and that's when they contacted the baseball assistance team, and that's where the ball got rolling with Bat.
Bat knew full well how catastrophic Katrina had been, and quickly dispatched aid to Barry and his family.
This was an emergency. This was Hurricane Katrina. We reviewed his case and provided an emergency grant, and we sent the check right away.
And then they proceeded to give me a monthly household expenses check to help with the expenses each month.
This story has resulted in a happy ending. Barry's now back on his own 2 feet.
Living in their newly refurbished home, the Lyons family now looks only to the future, thanks to Bat.
I will be forever grateful to the baseball assistance team and everybody involved with that organization.